heard about the coronavirus in a journalism class in fall of 2018, and at the time I wasn't super worried because it seemed to be just, a Chinese problem, as Donald Trump would say. It just seemed like it wasn't going to come over here. I don't think that people were really anticipating that at the time. So I wasn't really that concerned. I mean, it really was crazy what was happening in China to the Chinese population, how they were getting sealed into their houses and things of that nature to try and mitigate damage from the disease. But at that time, no, I wasn't very worried. But quickly, I think we saw that, this wasn't just China's problem, it was the whole world's problem. So from that, we ended up shutting down. I think by March of 2020, we were all off of campus and things really started to get serious, where my job shut down and, I was worried about the future because this semester and fall of 2020, I'm graduating and I had to find a job during the corona pandemic, which ended up not being as crazy and hard as I thought that it would be, because I utilized online resources such as Handshake and LinkedIn to find the jobs that I interviewed for and ultimately got hired with Tektronic Industries in events marketing. Now, I am worried because that is a face-to-face type of job, so come January when I'm supposed to move, will the country be shutting back down and will my job be safe? So one aspect of getting hired at a new job during Corona season that's been really awkward and still is super awkward and weird is the fact that I will need to relocate for this job. And this job is relocating me all the way to Florida, which is about 400 miles from where I am now. And, it might make sense that, apartment complexes are not giving tours. And in addition to that, I just don't have the financial means to travel to tour apartments, especially with my job in customer service as a bartender being so slow right now and so affected by coronavirus. So that has been something that's been very difficult, especially with the influx of applicants that apartment complexes are seeing, and the fact that they're busy and they're understaffed and they're overworked. And so response times have been very slow as well. So that is a really big way that I've been affected by the virus, even now when things did seem to be starting to get better, although now we know that they are not. I've definitely been affected by the virus in that way, and it's making things weirder, I think, than they would have been if I had been looking for an apartment to relocate to, a year ago. So hopefully, things will work themselves out. I'm kind of just relying on, good karma and the fact that things do usually tend to work themselves out. I'm trying really hard not to stress about trying to move somewhere 400 miles away without being able to see where I'll be living. I think that the pandemic has really made a lot of lasting impact on a lot of people and a lot of different things. Specifically for myself, I'm seeing a lot of lasting impact in the restaurant culture. People are crankier when they come out to eat because I think everybody is at least suffering a little bit financially. And in turn, servers and bartenders are suffering financially, whether that be from lack of volume in restaurants and businesses or just from people not being as willing to tip as they might have been before coronavirus when everybody knew that their jobs and their money was stable. I've definitely learned a lot about myself as far as dealing with coronavirus goes because I always knew that I was the type of person to put others before myself. But I definitely, it's been, great to see that although I think I'm a person that puts others before myself, I know that I am because of the ways that I've taken control of my situation regarding coronavirus and the fact that every time I was exposed, I was very careful and that I'm always wearing my mask and really trying to social distance. And there have been a lot of times that social distancing has been really hard for me, as I know it has been for everyone else as well. So just kind of seeing myself react to these situations in a way that is ethical and morally responsible for the care of other people as well has been really encouraging, even though these times have been increasingly tough.